This is your daily news report and your second stimulus check update and your stimulus package update is of Friday, November 20th. The University of Chicago reports that 1 million Americans fell below the poverty line in October alone. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin wants the Federal Reserve to give back the $455 billion of unspent money from the previous stimulus package so that we can use that money to help American families. The Federal Reserve, they responded by saying that they don't think that's a good idea because they need that money for their own programs just in case. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin said this Friday morning that he's going to work with the Democrats to create a targeted stimulus bill. The hand recount in Georgia, that has now been completed. The results, they confirm Joe Biden's narrow lead over President Trump. Party leaders from the House and Senate, they got together yesterday to make progress on the government funding bill. Joe Biden said, and this is his direct quote, "I am not going to shut down the economy, period. I am going to shut down the virus. I'll say it again, no national shutdown." The United States recorded over 2,000 COVID-19 fatalities on Thursday. This is the first time over 2,000 fatalities in a single day since May. We also recorded the highest single-day case counts on Thursday. California has announced a one-month curfew as a response to surging coronavirus cases. Fox News correspondent Geraldo Rivera says that we should name the COVID-19 vaccine the Trump in honor of President Trump. Rivera said we should give President Trump credit for how quickly the vaccine was developed thanks to Trump's program, Operation Warp Speed, which was established to accelerate the development, manufacturing, and distribution of the vaccine. And I want to say thank you so much for supporting me and this channel. I appreciate it so much every day. This is your Friday news. Happy Friday, and I hope you're having a very nice day. Just so you know, there are hundreds of billions of dollars of unspent money from the previous stimulus package. There is $138 billion of unused money from the Paycheck Protection Program. That's the PPP. There is also $455 billion of unspent money that was given to the Federal Reserve. And just to put that into perspective, the whole stimulus check program, the last one, that cost $300 billion. With the unspent money from just those two programs alone, we could issue 2 stimulus checks. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin asked the Federal Reserve on Thursday to return the $455 billion of unused money so that we could reassign those funds to help out American families. Jerome Powell, the Federal Reserve Chairman, said that he doesn't think that's a good idea because that money serves an important role to our vulnerable economy as a backstop just in case. Powell says that the Federal Reserve's lending programs remain necessary and opposes giving the money back. Americans, we could really use that money right now because more people are falling into poverty. A study from the University of Chicago shows that 7 million Americans have fallen below the poverty line since May. At the start of the pandemic, people were able to hang on by drawing down their savings, borrowing from friends and family, and utilizing credit cards. Those options, they are now exhausted for the majority of Americans. After the termination of the $600 weekly federal unemployment benefits in July, there was a surge of Americans entering poverty. 1 million Americans entered poverty in October alone. This trend is expected to continue as COVID-19 is accelerating and bringing new lockdowns and restrictions, which will cause more economic hardship. On record, there are currently 15 million unemployed Americans, but in reality, there are many more than that. If you've been out of a job long enough, you're considered to be not looking for work, and you are considered to have left the labor force, so you don't even count as unemployed. While more Americans are falling into poverty, the politicians continue wasting time playing the blame game. The leader of the Republicans in the House, Kevin McCarthy, says that the only person stopping the stimulus package from reaching tens of millions of Americans is Nancy Pelosi. McCarthy's exact quote on Thursday was, "Things are still at the same place. There's one roadblock. There's one big wall that stopped this the entire time, and it's Nancy Pelosi. The leader of the Democrats in the Senate, Chuck Schumer, said the only one who has refused to lift a finger on COVID-19 relief, even refusing to take part in the negotiations, has been Senator McConnell. While the party leaders, they're playing the blame game, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin is trying to get things moving again. Mnuchin said this Friday morning that he will work with the Democrats and draft a targeted stimulus package. Mnuchin is meeting with Republican leader Mitch McConnell today before sitting down with Pelosi and Schumer. In political news, the hand recount of the presidential race in Georgia is now complete and confirms Joe Biden's narrow lead over President Trump. The Secretary of State of Georgia, Brad Raffensperger, said that most counties saw no change in their final tally. Raffensperger said that the highest error count in any county's recount was less than 1%. Going into the recount in Georgia, Biden held a lead of 14,000 votes. After the recount, Biden's lead dropped to 12,284. The Democrat and Republican leaders from the House and Senate, they all got together yesterday on Thursday. That means that the leaders of the House, Nancy Pelosi and Kevin McCarthy, and leaders of the Senate, Mitch McConnell and Chuck Schumer, they got together to work on the government funding bill. Both parties, they are cooperating, and they have decided not to combine the stimulus bill and the government funding bill. Regarding the COVID-19 news, in the United States, we reported 187,833 new cases and 2,015 fatalities on Thursday. This is according to Johns Hopkins University. This surpasses the previous all-time high of 177,244 cases reported on November 13th. We also hit a record high for hospitalizations as well. Despite the surge of COVID-19, Joe Biden reassured people that there would not be a national lockdown. Biden's exact quote was, "I'm not going to shut down the economy, period. I'll say it again, no national shutdown." However, we are witnessing more states, counties, and cities returning to lockdowns or enforcing restrictions by their governors. In California, Governor Newsom announced a one-month curfew to prevent the further surge of COVID-19. The curfew goes into effect on Saturday from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. in purple-tier counties and will last for 1 month. 41 of 58 counties are in purple-tier status. That's the news for today. If you found this report informative, please subscribe. I'll keep you updated. I'll save you the time, and I'll give you any advice when applicable. Thank you so much, and happy Friday.